What's going on, guys? Justin with the Podcast Dojo. So today on Abandoned Locations, we are going to be talking about Heritage USA in Fort Mill, South Carolina. So this was a suggestion by a viewer, so thank you so much for suggesting this, and let's go ahead and get started. This video was a suggestion by Dennis W. Thank you for suggesting this, and I hope you enjoy the video.
Hey, dude, which way to Heritage USA? Yeah, like I heard they got like a water park, water slides, everything, the whole bit. Gnarly, dude, so which way? Really?
Yo, partner, which way to Heritage USA? We're looking for the Heritage Grand Hotel. Little Philly Rosie and finally tied the knot.
We heard the honeymoon suites were so romantic.
No matter where you're from or what you like to do, if you're looking for fun, excitement, or just relaxation, ask somebody how to get to Heritage USA.
Heritage USA?
Heritage USA was a Christian-themed amusement park built by televangelists Tammy and Jim Bakker in 1978. Heritage USA consisted of a 501-room hotel, Main Street USA, which consisted of shops and restaurants, a church, a 400-unit campground, skating rink, prayer and counseling services, TV studios, and a Jerusalem amphitheater, tennis courts, and horseback riding. A water park would be built in 1986 consisting of around $12 million, which included the world's largest wave pool and a 52-foot water slide. Heritage USA was 2,300 acres, making it 10 times larger than Disney's Magic Kingdom in Florida and 20 times larger than Disneyland in California. The main attractions to the park were Billy Graham's childhood home, a 24-hour prayer center, a show depicting the life and death of Jesus Christ with use of a laser light show, and a life-size replica of the Upper Room. The Upper Room is what most Christians believe is where the Last Supper took place. The Upper Room offered a curated version of the Holy Land for Christians who are unable or uninterested in traveling to the Middle East. Along with the water park, in 1986, Jim wanted to do a full-scale replica of Jerusalem as it was in the time of Jesus. There were donations guests could make to the park which would go towards Bible study retreats and counseling. Guests were even encouraged to do volunteer work inside the park, and guests who donated $1,000 or more were given 3-night stay inside of the hotel. The park did very well for itself, averaging about 6 million guests per year. So what went wrong? In 1987, the Charlotte Observer was able to prove rumors that had been going on for 7 years that Jim Bakker was sleeping with model and actress Jessica Hahn. Not only that, but Jim had been paying her around $279,000 from the donation fund to keep her quiet. She had originally accused him of drugging and raping her, but 10 years later in her book titled I Was Wrong, she confessed that the relationship was consensual. Jim underwent a 16-month investigation where he was charged with 15 counts of wire fraud, 8 counts of mail fraud, and 1 count of conspiracy. Jim was charged with 45 years in prison but only ended up serving just a little more than 5 years. In March of 1987, Jim passed Heritage USA down to Jerry Falwell to avoid hostile takeover. Jim tried to work with the press to damage control the controversy, but it was too late. So why would controversy keep others away? Well, for one, after seeing the lavish lifestyle Jim was living, along with hearing about how much money he was paying Jessica Hahn, people always felt that Jim cared more about money than he did serving God. Also, the park closed in 1989, 9 years before Jessica admitted the relationship was consensual. I think that fraud, along with believing Jim would do something like rape, just tossed gasoline on the controversy fire. In the late 80s, George Shinn, who owned the Charlotte Hornets at the time, wanted to buy the land for a new sports complex. When the deal fell through, the Bakkers bid $165 million on the property, but missed the deposit date and ended up losing the property. In 1991, Pentecostal evangelist Morris Cerullo bought the property and attempted to revive the Christian park, as well as the televangelical part of the park. However, he had a falling out with his investors and nothing came of those plans. So what has become of Heritage USA today? Well, the Grand Hotel has been restored and is used for conferences and of course hotel use. The hotel atrium is used for church services, and there is even some private condos inside. After many concerned locals voiced their opinions, the upper room was restored thanks to Russell James, who renovated it in December of 2010. It was reopened on January 2011 and it was renamed the Upper Room Chapel. In 2013, developer Earl Colston, who had purchased a lot of Heritage USA, began demolition on King's Castle, which was an arcade and go-kart track, and was eventually planned to become the world's largest Wendy's restaurant. Construction had started on that, but of course the controversy and legal trouble put an end to that. It was turned back into an arcade and go-kart track again, only to become abandoned yet again. As of today, the castle is now completely demolished. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. Hope you learned something. Now, before we close out, what are my thoughts on Heritage USA? Well, I have to say that it seems like Jim and Tammy Bakker tried to come back to the park. And I have to say that really takes a lot of backbone to do that, I think, especially after all the controversy. Yeah, you know, you can make the argument people learn their lesson and everything, but still, I think all that controversy, I wouldn't even think you'd want to be seen at that park, so. But anyway, that was a very interesting one to check out. Thank you, Dennis, for suggesting it. Anyway, I did another video on a Christian themed park, Holy Land USA. It's an older video, but definitely check it out, especially if you're new to the channel. Anyway, as I said before, hope you learned something, hope you enjoyed the video. I will catch you guys next time.